Really? You're going to start this now? Hello, everybody. Harvey has decided to act up.
Okay, why not?
And why not? Ziggers.
Ziggy is being very needy tonight.
Yes.
She's sucking my thumb. Ugh.
Well,
go lay down.
better the dog than me. Or you. I wouldn't want to see you sucking your thumb. Welcome to Wednesday, May 20th, 2020. I started to say 2012.
Where the hell are you?
I have no idea.
Obviously not here.
I'm not here.
Physically, I am. For people to hook up so they can hear us.
Exactly. We got one. I don't know who that is, but thank you. No, you're not watching. Somebody is watching. It doesn't tell me who. Hello. We brought our double chins with us tonight. Can't leave them at home anymore.
We can't pack our bags, but we can overnight it.
I don't think I've ever heard that. It really is a cute set.
What?
That.
Oh.
Hello again, whoever you are.
Casey Lynn. Yay!
Hey, Casey. It's Sarah's daughter. Hello.
And Birdie's online. Yay!
Hey, Birdie. We are wonderful. At least this half of we is wonderful. I don't know about the other half. The other half says she has a pain in the neck and it's not me.
Sweetie would not leave me alone. It's like I try to do something and she sat step back. What? What? You've been fed. You've been watered. The great outdoors is right there for you. I'm not going to bed. It's too early. And she sat back by the door. Back. What?
She needed an audience to go to the bathroom.
And the cement was hot on my feet. It was like 95 very humid degrees here today. And the cement was hot.
And I have no AC in my car, so it was rather warmish riding around until...
Just a little stuffy.
Well, actually, it wasn't too bad till around 1 o'clock.
And when going is not bad if when you have to stop at the bloody lights.
Oh, good. See, we're all in it together with our double chins. No, it's not too bad when you're going out. August will be a whole nother story.
Mm-hmm.
But by that time, I'll be back to working nights, and I won't have to drive so much during the daytime, and hopefully we won't have appointments or anything. So, sorry, we have doggy entertainment. 3 pugs and a cat over by my shoulder. It was 50 and raining hard. I'm in the wrong state. I love rain.
I'm glad you're not in Minnesota. They had 2 dams burst.
Michigan.
Michigan? Was that
It was
Michigan?
It was, yeah. I was like, damn, they were evacuating people and everything.
Thank God nobody was hurt.
I mean, it's going to be bad enough in the flood zone Virginia Beach is in a flood zone. It's going to be bad enough for there, so.
I lived in a flood zone out there in Divine.
Yeah,
that's like every time it rains, it's like the river runs through my property.
Yep.
They say, why do you call a river run through it? You ain't been here when it rains. And the river just goes straight down through.
Yeah.
Right underneath the trailer.
What, baby?
Right out the front gate.
I know Texas is a fairly dry state. I know we're in a drought, but there's a hell of a lot of free-flowing water around here when it does rain.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you for sharing, Birdie.
No, you're not getting my chicken.
Oh, that chicken.
That chicken. My singing chicken.
Just a singing chicken the dog was eyeing up.
It actually plays the chicken dance.
Chicken dance, yeah.
It plays the chicken dance. Dogs like to chase it.
Yes, they do. Della does love to dance, and I caught her on film one day doing the chicken dance. So if you really want to see it, go back through her timeline on Facebook for about 2 years ago, and you'll see her doing the chicken dance.
Yeah.
Yes, baby, I know.
What's that? German something.
No, it was at the
German Pavilion.
The German Pavilion Brew House, whatever that was, at Nyosa.
Yeah. That poor guy kept going around asking everybody, the old man, like, you want to poke it? You want to poke it? I finally walked up, you want to poke it? I can poke it. Let's poke it. So it got me up there poking, and then they did the chicken dance. It's like, what?
Niosa here is a big, huge, gigantic festival that everybody and his uncle in San Antonio go to.
And
So the one time we were there, what?
Wall to wall people.
It was
shoulder to shoulder. You can't move.
We went.
Gotta go with the flow.
We had free tickets. We wound up going before it opened up, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got a dog trying to lick me. I was petting the cat, but the dog butted in. But the one time that we went to Niosa, it was literally elbow to elbow to elbow. We couldn't get. It was awful. She had an anxiety attack. Her PTSD kicked in. A cop had to talk her down.
It was not a good time up until then. As soon as we stepped out of the German pavilion, it was all downhill from there.
It was. It took us. We parked maybe 2 blocks away, and it still took us a half an hour to get back to the car. It was awful. Oh, Bertie wants to see you do the chicken dance now.
I don't remember how to do it. I remember it's. I was following everybody else. I watched it. I was like, okay, I can do that. That's what I do if I do a line dance. I watch. It's like, can I do that? I can do that. Okay, let's go.
Stand up and do the chicken dance for Bertie.
I don't remember how to do it. All I remember is.
And then you have to turn around at some point. Get behind us so she can see you do the chicken dance. Go ahead.
I don't remember how.
Flap your arms and shake your tail feathers and turn around. There you go. That is basically the chicken dance.
Please stop laughing at me.
There is a large German population here in Texas. That, like, Germans actually kind of settled the state for white people, and so there's a huge kind of polka Germany chicken dance polka thing community going on here. The further north you get into Texas, the more prevalent that becomes.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, the town nearest us is New Braunfels, and Braunfels is meaning brown something German. Or another.
Well, Casterville.
Casterville, yeah. And then there's Bernie, B-O-E-R-N. Yeah, it's like, okay.
B-O-E-R-N-E, but it's pronounced Bernie.
Yeah, it's a little weird here. Because it's a little weird everywhere. If you go to, like, north into Pennsylvania, Dutch country, it's like you walked into Germany. So, I kind of get that concept. So
New Braunfels was actually settled by a group of Germans that was sent over here by some prince of Germany. So he's sort of like, well, I want my people to be over there. So he, like, bought this part of the land in New Braunfels, so it became New Braunfels, and sent his people over here to settle it. And something happened. I don't know if he lost the crown or whatever, and they were stuck over here, and they just took off. It's like, hey, they're American now.
So we have a lot of German food too. Hey Kim. So I'm Edith Mary. This is Della, and we are here to help you connect with your loved ones on the other side if we can. There's no guarantees, simply because even if you pay just like $1 million, there's still no guarantees because they may not be available. They may not want to talk. They may not want to hear your questions. You never know. And so sometimes they come forward and sometimes they don't. Also, after we get finished, we're both card readers. So the last half hour is what? Oh, we're doing mini card readings, which is really, I know, what people are here for. So we had a complaint from, well, not a complaint, but comment from Charlie that he tried to get in with a reading, asking if he wanted a reading, and he never got through. All I can say is, please, if we don't get to you,
keep asking. You may not be getting through to us.
You may be trying to get through at exactly the same moment, and one person makes it and one person doesn't. It may not show up on my news feed. It may not show up on Della's news feed. Sometimes they just don't show up, and you've got to keep trying. So
it is Facebook, after all.
It is Facebook. It's got its foibles and stuff. So if we don't get to you, it isn't because we're ignoring you. It's because we didn't see your request.
Now I have nobody watching.
No, Liz is watching.
No, there's nothing up there.
There's nothing up there. You see, I'm not so sure that's true.
If anybody's watching, say hi to me.
So I've got my trusty pad of paper and pencil. So I'm starting to take names on who wants to hear from who. So you're going to have to say, please make sure they're dead. I start trying to
Make sure they're dead. Make sure.
If you remember rightly, a couple of weeks ago, I tried to make one of Bertie's friends into a dead person. And because I misread the question. So clearly, I want to hear from Uncle who passed on to whatever date. That would be super duper helpful. Because I don't have, my glasses are either reading glasses, which means they're right here. Hey, Shannon. Hey, I haven't seen you in forever. Or they're distance glasses. I have nothing in between. So it's hard for me to actually see what it says up there. So just be a little, clear for my poor aging eyes. Thank you. So,
What the hell was that?
have you got the TV on?
No, the TV is down on mute.
Well, it sounded like a bunch of people cheering in the backyard. Wouldn't that be fun? She's going to go look.
Maybe it's a jogger.
Ooh,
Maybe it's a streaker. Ooh.
So, having said all that, if there's anyone who has a loved one on the other side they'd like to try and connect with, let me know, and Della know, who's obviously in the invisible Della at the moment, and we will do our best to get in touch with them.
No, darn, it's just a guy in the backyard sawing.
Guy in the backyard sawing, hopefully not his wife in half.
You never know.
Well, we will when we see the blood spatter.
That's not like sawdust, but you never know. He spends an awful lot of time in that backyard. Makes you
They
wonder.
do. They both do.
Hmm.
Which is nice because they've got it all set up like a little fairy grotto back there.
Yeah, it's a really nice little backyard.
Yeah, it is.
They've got an overhang.
Yes, they should come do something in our backyard.
There's shit.
Because our backyard is kind of plain, comparatively speaking.
And sinking.
Yes, well, that's not our fault.
No, it's not. But I noticed that one spot in the backyard that's actually part of the yard there behind the bird bath. Looks like it's a big divot now. It's like if water went in there, it's like you'd have a swimming pool back there.
We've been having some plumbing issues, and there's like water under the house, everything's leaking, the foundation is cracked, so when it comes time to move out of here, elsewhere's. Same with Della, right?
Yeah.
So, anyway, Katina, do I have any messages for you? Do we have any messages for Katina?
You have to concentrate on it. They were sweet together. I guess they got them. Because now she's over here trying to.
Did we open it back up?
Huh?
Did we open it back up? I don't think so.
Mm-mm. You want to go in there and do it?
No, it's all right.
You know they were hanging around anyway.
Katina readings. Yes. You may, Katina. Yes. So. No, Katina, I'm not getting anybody for you.
It's very humid here. It's like either that or a lot of energy just came in.
It just affected you because I'm getting a cool breeze from someplace now.
Cold breeze, but I'm sweating like a storm all of a sudden.
You are warm. No, Katina, I'm sorry, sweetie. There is no one hanging out on the other side.
That wants to talk to you at the moment.
Yeah.
They may later.
They may later. You never know.
They may tap us on the shoulder later.
I know there was the other night I was trying to sleep unsuccessfully, and this shadow peeked around the corner in my room, and I'm like, ooh, hello, and they disappeared. So I don't know who that was. Could have been just about anybody. Or not. the knee. Ow, ow,
Oh, stop doing that.
oh. Sorry. But remember my fall and where I tore up my ankle and my knee? That's what's hurting. So, is there anyone else who has a loved one they'd like to speak to, maybe? Because if not, either Casey's. There's Ziggy. I don't know many people who've died. Yes, I know that's the problem with being young. Is that the people around you, your friends and family, aren't dying yet. It's when you get to be our age, they start dropping like flies. So do we want? Hey Joyce, do we want to skip talking to loved ones and go right to readings? Somebody's been chewing on my pencil.
It wasn't me.
This is a mechanical pencil. How can you? Oh, well, or because we don't have that many people watching tonight, so it's not even early yet. It's 1:15. We've done lots of bantering and wait, you might have an idea. Thank you, Casey. Did you write?
This is the dog's dilemma.
Okay, while you're thinking about that, Casey, she's got a poem, of course.
It's called A Dog's Dilemma. I see you have eats, something juicy, not dry. I'm sorry I chewed your finger. I thought it was a fry. I'll stand real close or under the table, just in case you miss, my cleanup is capable. I'll stare you down and make you wish that you had fed me before and used a deep dish. I'll lick off the sweet and clean up the floor. There's no need to vacuum or mop anymore.
Casey would like to maybe speak to her grandmother, Alice. Casey, do you know how she died? I'm getting the feeling of heaviness in the chest and pain across the stomach. Like maybe she died of pneumonia or something. If okay, you can ask real quick. So I said, because so for readings at the moment I have Katina and Kelsey, and there's more to come, I'm sure. And then we didn't have anybody for Katina. Casey's grandmother is maybe coming through, and then I have Birdie on my list. So does anybody have anything else that I can put on the list, please, or not?
You can put me on the list.
You're unlistable.
That's true. Nobody wants to talk to me anymore.
I talk to you.
Not from the other side.
Of the other side of the house. Oh, poor. Ziggy is pushing baby out of the dog bed.
Well, it's not a very big dog bed.
No, it's not a very big dog bed.
It's actually a cat bed. The dog's just
It's a cat bed. Okay, so is there anyone coming through for Birdie while we're waiting for Casey?
I'm not even getting any joy guys tonight. Katina said William would like one also. No seatbelt.
Oh, hey, honey. No seatbelt? Oh, she died because she had no seatbelt. So she got, okay. Okay, cool. No, I don't mean that's cool. That's not what I meant, Casey. I did not mean it was cool. Your grandmother got smushed. Um, Darlene. Um, what I meant was, it's cool that we could figure it out with your help. So why would Grandma Alice be here other than the fact she loves Casey?
I got your back.
Okay, yeah. Your grandmother may have, when she passed, she may well have become one of your guides. So if you are frequently feel like maybe a phantom hug, that's probably her, Casey. So she's there for you. Call on her, talk to her, ask her questions. You'll get an answer, I can guarantee it. So is Sandra Seacrest hanging out for Birdie?
Who is Sandra?
Huh?
Who is Sandra?
Sandra Seacrest is a friend of Birdie's. And for some reason or another, Birdie, I am drawing hearts. So there is someone on the other side who is sending you love. You're welcome, Casey. I'm not getting anyone specifically, Birdie, but I'm getting someone who loved you very much, who's just sending you that love and said, remember me. So I'm not exactly sure who wants you to remember them, but do you visit the grave very often, Birdie? We have Memorial Day coming up. So if anybody has a veteran who is now living in the cemetery, it might be a good idea to remember them with some flowers on the grave. Or rather, should I say,
She's fluffy.
The dogs are an endless entertainment. What was I saying?
Flowers on the grave.
After that,
You started to say something. You said something. Oh, the dogs. So, no.
they changed spaces. Okay, Birdie, that would be her for sure. She was cremated. Okay. What I am thinking is that it is someone who you wouldn't necessarily think of, but who thinks of you a lot. Like an old boyfriend? An old girlfriend?
I'm getting crossed here too. For some reason I just got like right across here. I mean, it's actually all of a sudden like somebody just plopped me like right up against the eye.
Okay. Would that make sense, Birdie, that someone who was
Injured or slapped or something, it's like something right up against the eye. Who killed who?
Through Sandra. Okay. It doesn't matter anymore to her anyway. She's gone on to some better. She's in a better place, and the person who killed her is not. We tend to make
they're
our
living with it. It was like they're living hard with it.
now. We may not think we are suffering because we've done something like that, because we may be a sociopath or whatever. But did she die with a blow to the head? Anyway, but they are suffering, whether they know it or not. And there's that karma catches up. That karma will catch up with you sooner or later. You've never escaped your karma, good or bad.
Your soul remembers whether you want to or not.
Exactly. Oh, hey, Lisa, honey, how are you? Okay, so is there anyone else who has a loved one on the other side that they would like to talk with or try to talk with?
I have a memory poem.
You have a memory poem?
And remembrance.
And remembrance. Okay, go for it.
You ready?
Well, go ahead.
It hasn't been named.
Go ahead and type your questions or your names in while she's reading. Don't have to wait.
The candles are burning, but what are they for? Is it birthday, Christmas, or something more? Mine are remembering those who've gone by, who touched me, who loved me, who didn't make me cry. Loving arms, touching hearts, with each loving glance, we thought we would go on, for decades perchance. Our time was cut short, and for those years we lost, I burned a candle or two under your cross. Love hasn't left, time grows short, and the memories I remember, to the past they teleport. Okay.
Ew.
I can't see that.
It says they or them cut her throat and then shot her. Dang.
They wanted to be sure, didn't they?
That's not a crime of passion. That is a hate crime. That wasn't even I just broke into your house to steal your stuff.
That's a game.
Yeah.
Somebody was trying to get their quota so they could get into the game. That's what that was. Go out and kill somebody else and take pictures, and they did. They did take pictures. That's what's going to catch them, because they took pictures.
Yeah. Eventually, anyway.
It's not right now. It's not going to.
It may not be for many years, but
Yeah, it won't be for many years, but they're going to keep the pictures, or somebody's going to keep the pictures, because they're either going to try to blackmail them, or for some stupid reason, it's being a sociopath. Ooh, look, I'll just keep this little batch. These are all mine. Like, and somebody's going to open it. It's like, what the hell is this? And turn them in.
that would be nice.
I mean, it won't be just hers, but it'll be quite a few that will be solved. I've been watching too many cold cases. So.
Yeah, you have. You're welcome, Bertie. Does anybody else have anything? Because if not, we're going to go ahead and start with readings.
Oh.
So Katina asked for the reading way back when. So this one is for Katina.
I don't have any watchers.
You know what?
I don't have no watchers.
Let's see. Okay, Katina, you have the King of Swords, which is stand your ground. First off, stand your ground. And you use that sharp wit of yours to cut through to the truth. Use it to discover. So when you cut away the crap in your life, okay, in a minute, Katina. So when you use that sharp wit to cut through the stuff that you don't need, to get rid of the stuff you don't need within you, you'll find the world around you changes. Then we have the Knight of Wands, Katina. For you, the Knight of Wands is about going to get what you want, being creative, using your fire, drive, and passion to get there. And then we have, the Knight of Swords, which is sudden flashes of inspiration, charging ahead, but when you charge ahead without thinking is when you run into trouble.
Sorry about that. Oops, yeah, I'm right. Okay. This says this is you jumping over the hurdles that have been put in front of you. And you may not see the hurdles, but you feel the hurdles, and you're ready to just jump through them and make a better life for you and everybody around you, because the stars are shining on you and everything you touch will turn to gold. Whether you believe it or not, it's like, it's not necessarily gold, but it's like everything you do is going to be correct, even though it doesn't seem like it at the time. And your spiritual guides are standing behind you, sort of pushing you on. It's like, go ahead, do it, go ahead, go ahead. It's like, you can do it, we got your back. You're just not believing in them. Believe in them, they will point you the right direction.
Zach was asking if his grandmother Mary, or I'm assuming father is Papa Tom, would be available to come and say something, speak with him. Who is available for Zach, please? I'm getting a lot of, like my head is being, hey, Maestro. Hey, Maestro. I'm getting the feeling that my head is wrapped in something that quite possibly a bandage. Would that make sense for Zach?
I'm getting a possible stroke.
Yeah, they could have.
Because you feel like your head was like tightening up.
Something's wrong with the head. And they tell us this, these things, or the way, so that it's a way of verifying that that really is the person coming through. So, if that makes sense to you, please say so. If it doesn't, it may not be for you, it may be for someone else. But I'm getting the impression that it's probably Tom. I'm thinking,
Mary's visiting. He said Mary's visiting.
Mary's visiting, okay. May I ask how Mary died? I'm hearing she died giving birth. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. I would appreciate a little bit of feedback on that, please. His grandma had the stroke. All right, so it would be Mary that had the stroke, which is why the head feels a little funny.
It just feels like it's tightening up.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like, I guess, like a really bad migraine. It doesn't go away.
Yeah, when Mom would lay on this side, she knew who I was, and when she lay on that side, she had no clue that his cousin died in a car crash. Okay. Then it's probably Mary that's coming through. Maybe she's visiting them.
Could be. She's visiting.
She's visiting. Just that way, visiting.
Yeah, visiting.
Was that Zach's cousin died in a car crash? Different Mary. All right. Sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. There was obviously a Mary that came through, so that needed to be heard. In which case, maybe Tom really did come through, and I just simply thought it was Mary.
Yeah, they don't give us names.
It's not, yeah, they don't talk to us the same way you and I are talking now. They talk to us in concepts and ideas and pictures in our head. They talk to us in that, oh, my head is killing me. So that's a clue that maybe they either suffered headaches or they had a head trauma when they died. It could be any old thing. But that's how they confirm that's the same person that they're talking to. So apparently, sorry, Zach. Oh, that's a terrible age to have to die. That's like super young. But I hadn't even started yet.
Is that the cousin?
Mm-hmm.
17?
Mm-hmm.
In a car crash?
Mm-hmm.
Head went through the windshield?
Mm-hmm. You'd have to ask. Sorry, I moved the table.
Uh-oh.
Okay, this card is for Kelsey. Kelsey, you have a lot of decisions to make. This is kind of the card of commitments, not marriage, but commitments, contracts. I'm getting the feeling there's school involved there too. And then we have the night of.
I just say so you can write down, sorry. The night of.
Night of whatever this is. Wands. The night of whatever this is. Michael, we have you on the list, sweetie. This is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is about fire and passion and creativity and forging ahead with your plans of the heart. Things that bring you joy. Like if you were an artist, you paint more. And then there's the Page of Swords, which is, again, moving forward, but sometimes maybe too fast. Don't make any hasty decisions, Kelsey. And Michael, I have you after Darlene.
Somebody.
So don't go away.
This is about you sitting on the fence wondering which way to go. It's like you have decisions to make on some sort of paperwork or contract or something that's coming your direction. There's some sort of paperwork that's coming your direction that you need to make a decision on. They say make a quick decision because a quick decision that you make will be the correct one. And for some reason they're saying if you sit and think on it, whatever that contract or paperwork covers is going to disappear and you won't be able to do it.
Go back to school. So all I can say is go back to school. This one is for William. William, you need to look at life a little differently, sweetie. You may be thinking that life has got you down, but it doesn't. Life does not have you by the short hairs. It's the other way around. Yes, I do, Birdie. Sometimes when we look at our lives differently, or if we look at our situations differently, they change because you have more choices than you think you have. Just make sure those choices are real choices and not illusions. And then we have the Ace of Swords, which is about intellect and using your intellect to improve your life, make your life better, using your intellect to do what? Go for it. Using that sharp wit to cut through the crap in life. Sorry.
And be patient.
And be patient. Oops.
Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the people around you because they don't know what you're going through. You don't know what they're going through. So be patient, 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 which is hell right now. I'm sorry. Just right here. Hi, Charlie. Charlie wants a reading, by the way.
Charlie wants a reading.
Knowing that as you are patient, changes are coming your direction. Because the changes are coming your direction, new beginnings are on the horizon. Something new is coming your way, and the changes are right there at you. So be patient, even though it seems like it's taking forever. You'll get there.
I hate it when you have to have patience about stuff.
It sucks.
Okay, this is for Darlene. It's done. It's over with, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. Move on. Gather your crap and move. What did you do?
I don't know.
There we go. Gather your stuff together and move on because there's no going back. because you have choices, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not. You have choices. Exercise those choices and move on, because it's done. Hope that makes sense.
They are saying that you have made an agreement with yourself and your guides and the people that sort of push you along, that the road you are going down is the road that you will continue to go down. If the cross swords means like you're going down a certain road, don't decide at the last minute, oh no, wait a minute, I don't want to go that way. Back up and go the other way. I'm saying continue going down that road, because at the end of that is the happiness that you so rightly deserve.
Yes, Casey. I thought I had you on the list. Casey. Got it.
Is this on?
Yes, it's on.
It's kind of hard to tell because I got all that.
Yeah, you got the thing over there covering up. Okay, so this is for Michael. Michael, you're doing a little dance. This is about cooperation and making the group better, about group projects, and learning to work together. And then we have the Queen of Cups. I was going to say the Queen of Hearts. It's not.
You don't have that in that deck.
No, I don't. The Queen of Cups is all about not hiding your emotions, about making sure that you are taken care of, your loved ones are taken care of. You can nurture everybody in the group because you have this brilliant light. Put it on both ones. You have this brilliant light. You don't want to hide that light. You want to make sure that your love is seen everywhere. And then it's party time. A lot of accomplishments, a lot of, this would be like small family gatherings kind of celebrations. We're not talking big giant affairs. We're talking about the small intimate happiness kind of celebrations. And Zach and Casey are on the list too.
This is talking about moving forward on the journey that you have put yourself on, moving forward and staying committed to what you have been building, whether it's emotional, whether it's a house, whether it's your guitars, whether it's
Michael, she's still reading you.
Yes, Michael, this is you.
You get both of us, Michael.
So stay committed to the journey that you have started on the building of all this stuff, because it will behoove you in the long run. You like that?
Behoove, yes. You have hooves now, so get them behoove. That's okay. Birdie. I hope that makes sense to you, Michael. Remember, that's just the short and sweet version. Birdie, you have the King of Swords, which is, I know you're committed. You need to be committed. The King of Swords, Birdie, is all about standing your ground. It's all about using that sword or your wit, or your intellect to weed out the stuff, the crap that you no longer need. To weed out, it's more about you're welcome. We'll talk later, Michael. We always do. To weed out the people in your life that are not good for you. The Wheel of Fortune is the one that's next, which means to me that things are looking up for you, that things are changing for the better, but you got to let go of the past. You've got to let go of the hurt, the pain, and the grief. Because if you don't, it will block this awesome changes that are coming your way.
This is talking about letting all the old stuff go. Leave it behind. You're moving forward. You see the little guy that looks like he's stealing stuff. Well, he's not stealing stuff. He's moving out of that part of the soul that he does not need. And the little rats are down there eating all the stuff that he does not need anymore. You don't need that. And once they get rid of it, you can't go back. And they don't want you to go back because you have more things to do then you realize, spiritually and physically, even though right now, sometimes, all of us is like, oh my God, why am I here? It's like, just keep hanging in there. It's like, it will come to you what it is. Take care of yourself, nurture yourself. As you nurture yourself, this will start coming to you. What you are supposed to do. Hello, Billy. And realizing that as this is coming to you, all the old crap is going away and you don't need it anymore. Don't worry about it.
Okay, this is for our dear little Charlie.
If he's still on. I don't know
If he's still on, we're going to read it anyway. Charlie has the King of Cups, which is about emotional maturity. It is about being able to nurture the people around you. It is about making sure that you are taken care of. Hey, Jules. Oh, good, Bertie. Your next one is the Justice card, which is about compassion and fairness and making sure that you are not... I'm sorry, Charlie. Oops. I'll write these down for you. Making sure, Charlie, that you are objective about people. And your next one is the Page of Coins, which is about getting your plan together, getting that financial plan together, getting the plan together that is workable for you, and move ahead. Slow and steady wins the race.
This is a commitment card. No, it's not a marriage card. It is a commitment card telling you need to be committed to yourself and your guides, knowing that they will point you in the correct direction where you need to be at. So stay committed to yourself and your lifestyle. And take care of yourself all the time, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of the people around you. And there's so many of us that count on you, Charlie. We really do. So take care of yourself, because sometimes you forget, and know that something in writing is coming your direction that's going to make you smile. It's something you may not know you've been waiting for, but something is like you'll be appreciative that it's come your way. So stay committed to taking care of yourself so that we can all come visit you.
Yeah. Let us know when you're working again. I'll bring the cards.
Well, you have to wait till he's off.
No, I figured we could do a quickie 3-1 there.
Sure.
Okay. The next one is for Zach. Zach, you also have the 5 of Wands, which is about making sure you're cooperating with others and not bucking the system. It's not always... Bucking the system is good, but not all the time. And you have to pick your battles on that one. Then we have the Queen of Wands, which is making sure you're creative. Oh gosh, 2 wands. Making sure that you are using your creativity to create more joy and more love for you and the other people in your life. Because in many respects, is whatever you do turns to gold. So make sure you're using it wisely, because that it's all about me kind of thing, and I can do no wrong, can come back to bite you in the butt. So stay humble, my friend.
It is all about sitting on the fence wondering which way to go. Well, it's like, you know which way you have been, so go the other way so you know what new something is waiting ahead for you. Because you are transforming, and you cannot transform unless you move ahead. You cannot transform and go backwards. It just does not work. And once you start on that transformation highway, don't beat yourself up if you think something's going wrong. Just know that it's a lesson to be learned, and you're supposed to be learning it. Don't know where that one came from. I was like, okay, fine.
I don't know where half this stuff comes from. Next one is for Casey. Casey, we have the Hermit, which is usually about shining your light so others can see it, so that others have something to follow. But in this particular case, I'm going to say, do you meditate regularly? Do you go within to say your prayers? Do you go within to talk with God or whomever? And then we have the Knight of Swords. Wow, lots of Knights of Swords coming up tonight. Which is about going to get what you want. Not wait for it to come to you, because it never will. You're going to have to go get it, sweetie. And then your last one, for me anyway, is the down and out card. You're not down and out. That's an illusion. You may appear that you're not progressing. It may appear that you're not getting what you want. It may appear that your meditation practice isn't working. It may appear to be in a bad situation, but it's not.
It's just saying to be patient with yourself, because new things are coming your direction. And as the new things are coming your direction, happiness is following it. It's happiness, what you've been waiting for. The happiness that you want is waiting for you, as long as you step out and take that journey. It's like they're saying, it's like you think you're stepping out to take the journey towards happiness, but you're stepping out and pulling back. So step out and keep going forward, because you're being patient with yourself, but they're saying you're being a little bit too patient, because we can't come to you if you don't meet us halfway.
And you're welcome, Zach. I hope that makes sense, Casey.
Who else we got?
No one. There's no one else on the list. We're too quick and too good.
Is Michael still there?
No, he went to have dinner.
No.
Joy had good food, and that took precedence
always has
over
good
us.
food.
Yes, I know.
Must be nice to like to cook.
Must be nice to be able to cook. I have all the desire in the world, but not always all the talent. So now that we're just down to 3 viewers, does anybody have a question or you want anything else? Otherwise, we are going to call it a night.
Hello, Charlie. Hello, Charlie. Who did
Oh, yes, no, I noticed that. The Auroras have been keeping to themselves during this quarantine. They've been doing, that's Michael and his wife Joy, and they've been doing a lot of yard work and making sure their house is in
Charlie, you did get a reading. You're going to have to go on this once it's over with and read it, because we did give you a reading.
You had the King of, what the hell did I write down? The King of Cups and the Justice. So you see those. I'll try and earmark that for you, Charlie.
The first one was a commitment.
Commitments. Commitment. Okay.
Girls are making sure that we're safe.
From the train. Thank you. Thank you, Casey. That's good feedback. Do we want to do Charlie again?
Do Charlie
Let's
again.
do Charlie again, because he kept going in and out.
You want us to read you again, Charlie? We can read you again.
Yeah, we've got time. We don't normally, but we can do it for you because you're special.
He's special to me.
He decides what goes on our plate. So all right, so this next, we're going to go ahead and do Charlie again. Don't disappear, Charlie. So Charlie, we have the Knight of Wands. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have changes coming your way. Very quick, very... Are you in a relationship with somebody?
Yeah, one of us is lucky.
It's not us. There's quick, okay, never mind. That's what I'm thinking, is there's a relationship on its way, if you're not already in one. If you are in one, then it's going to get, yes, sweetie, I know, I love you too. It's going to get better and change.
Just talking to the dog, by the way.
I don't normally look between my legs and say stuff like that. Finish up, Charlie.
It's like, be patient. Be patient with yourself, because you're going through a lot of stuff right now, but you're not taking care of yourself. You need to take care of yourself. But be patient as you're taking care of yourself.
Charlie. Go ahead, finish up, Della.
Knowing that there's something in writing coming your direction that, yes, I know, I love you too, go away. Something in writing is coming your direction that you don't know you've been waiting for, but are glad that it came your direction when it did, because you're very appreciative of whatever it is. So just keep that open, whatever's coming your direction, because you are transforming. You are changing, my little boy. You are changing very quickly.
Yep.
This whole thing has really made you wake up, knowing what you want, when you want. So be patient, because you're going to be going through a lot of changes.
Make sure I'm invited to the wedding, Charlie. No, Bernie, we do not have sage burning. What we have burning is this incense that we got from the Botanica today, or she got from the Botanica today.
It's myrrh.
It's myrrh. Myrrh is from the same plant as frankincense, and they are both sacred scents, as well. The story in the Bible tells you that. So, but they very sacred scents. Frankincense is the sap. Myrrh is the bark, I believe.
Or vice versa. Who knows? I don't care. They both smell good.
Well, no, definitely the frankincense is the bark. I mean, not the bark.
They're
the
both
sap.
very cleansing.
They are very cleansing and very spiritual.
Yay!
And and that's what we're trying to do, is draw in positive spirits and whatnot. It keeps the negative stuff away. Because we had an experience earlier this week where someone came in masquerading as her husband. So we know that they can.
Charlie said it was wonderful. He still has a photos reading to check out.
Yeah, really. We know that they can masquerade as someone else, and that's part of that negativity that we're trying to keep away, because that took me by surprise.
That's very irritating.
It is very irritating. It took me by surprise. So it is, the big hand is now on the something or another, 27. So we're going to call it a night.
And Ziggy is saying, this is what's been bothering us. Been wanting our attention all night long. Here, which is Ziggs.
If anybody needs us, you know where to reach us during the week. We see clients, we see friends, we see whatever.
Or reach over the phone if you want.
We do over the phone, we do messenger. So if you need us, please feel free to contact one or the other or both of us. So in the meantime, thank you so much for being here for us. We appreciate you. We couldn't do this without you, trust me. We really couldn't. We'd be just sitting here alone talking in empty space. So thank you, and we will see you next week.
Bye.